The first question is, what different types of diabetes are there?
Two types?
Two types.
Two types. Do you know anything about them?
Yeah. In diabetes kind of one, the pancreas cannot produce insulin. But in diabetes number 2, pancreas can produce insulin, but that is not enough for body.
That is not enough. Is that right?
Type 1, it's occurring in the children, and
Pardon?
type 2 adult.
Yeah.
In type 1, actually diabetes, as the Nasser mentioned, insulin didn't produce by the pancreatic islands in the Langerhans island. And in type 2, insulin produce, but not enough, and bringing the glucose into the cell have the problem. In type 1, as actually mentioned, it may be occur in the youngest people, but another type, type 2, is much older, maybe at the 40 or after the 40, is not related actually to the maybe genetic, maybe related to the behavior of the people. For example, the overweight or exercise, and so maybe have the different treatments. And the type 1 actually is related, is the cause is not, I can say that it may be unknown, because it may be due to some disease that we say that the autoimmune disease, meaning the autoimmune system of the body actually destroy the cell of the pancreas. So pancreas is not the good secretion, not the ability to secretion the insulin. But in type 2 is not the autoimmune disease.
So can we say that type 1 is kind of genetic?
It's maybe genetically, yes. It's maybe genetically, but the cause is not very clear. And it's classified in subtype of the some disease as the autoimmune disease. Autoimmune disease is the classification of the some part of disease that the antibody secretion in the body maybe destroy some of the cells that may be identified as the foreign body. Okay. Is not actually routinely in the mechanism of the everybody system.
Okay. So the question number 2: do you know anyone who has diabetes, and how do diabetics manage their disease? Do you know anyone who has diabetes?
Less sugar and they try with less sugar and eating insulin or injection insulin.
Yeah, they inject insulin and
control the food. Control the food which contain a lot of carbohydrate. Do not eat a lot of carbohydrate.
So it's not just the sugar; it's also carbohydrate.
Yeah.
They have to just control their diet. Anything else you know about that?
And I think the daily exercise is important for the patient also.
For the diabetes.
Exercise.
Yes.
And also it's important what exercises are they doing. The endurance exercises, mild, not high intensity, for a long time. for example, an hour walking will help them. But other kinds of other kind of exercises, because put them in the risk of having bleeding and these things, it's not recommended for them.
Okay, so they need a special kind of exercise.
Yeah.
Which is not quite, you know, it is not a heavy exercise for them considered to be heavy.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, number 3, is diabetes preventable? Is there a cure? Is it preventable?
I think for type 2, it's preventable because it's related to your body weight, to your diet, your lifestyle, your inactivity. So it's preventable. But in type 1, no, I don't think so.
It is not.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that, Fatima?
It is not. It is preventable for type 2 diabetes. In the case that they don't the body don't produce the sufficient insulin. But about type 1, it's not preventable, and there's no cure. They just should change their lifestyle and have medicine for whole life.
Oh, okay. So you agree with Homera?
Yeah.
So is there a cure for diabetes at all?
No.
No.
No cure?
No.
For the type 2, if you pay attention some problem like diet and exercise, you can cure it. For the type 1, you cannot cure it. You can improvement if you pay attention to something. You can improvement.
So is there a you mean the type 2 is curable? You can cure them?
No,
Yes.
it's not cure. No,
type
no.
2 you can cure it.
No.
Because
they just can control.
Because I see a lot of news. I see a lot of news. Yes, some people do not eat carbohydrate. Yeah, carbohydrate, and change the food kind. A lot of people cured.
No, it's not a kind of cure.
Who is a doctor? Who is a doctor? She make a presentation. She said, in her clinic, some patient with diabetes.
Helen, you say right, but
before it's not. Before
the point is the point is type 2. Type 2, when you, for example, control your weight and have the very standard exercise, as the Fatima mentioned, you have control. You have control. Control is different from the 2. You have the control the diabetes, and you may be not need to use medicine or insulin.
You can stop injecting insulin.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But it's not cure.
As soon as you start to have ordinary life, it will come back.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly.
A cure is when the disease disappear forever.
That's right.
Yes.
But this means controlling.
Yes.
For the cure, I mean, you do not need to take medicine.
That's right.
You do not need to take medicine, but you still need to control yourself for the food, the exercise, everything.
That's right.
Yeah.
If for us no diabetes, we need to control food, exercise too. If we do not pay attention to this problem, we can get diabetes type 2. Yeah.
Okay. Where is your pancreas? And what is its role in the body? Do you know where pancreas is?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
behind your liver.
It's behind your liver. Mhm.
Pancreas is
Yeah.
the organ, yeah, in how to say inside your body.
Yeah, of course it is inside your body. It is not outside.
It's organ, yeah, it's important organ.
Yeah. As
And,
Homera said, it is this organ, this bladder, just behind the stomach. It is shown,
Yeah.
and behind the liver, I think. In some
Yeah.
pictures, it is shown behind the liver or next to the liver, like this one.
Yeah, it's behind the liver and stomach because
Yeah.
they are
It's
This is the
upper
liver,
part of the abdomen. Yeah.
and this is the stomach in front of the pancreas. And what is its role in the body?
Releasing insulin.
Releasing
yes,
insulin?
the pancreas is very important. Pancreas increase the insulin, can drop down your blood glucose level,
Mhm.
and that digest food,
Digest food.
digest the food. Yeah.
Mhm. So what does insulin do in your body?
insulin move the blood glucose to the cell.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it breaks
Yeah.
down the glucose to make
Yeah.
sugar in your body.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you do not have enough insulin in your body, or it doesn't work, or it's
Yeah.
not,
Your blood sugar goes up.
or its secretion is less than normal, then your blood sugar will drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to the reading. Oh, not again. Okay. Mm, mm, Okay. What happened? I don't know what's going on here. Okay. So here, read and listen. I'm going to mute all so that we have less noises in the classroom. Uh, so let's listen to the sixth myth about diabetes. We are going to read the sixth myth. You know the myth. Myth are untrue stories, or the stories that are popular among people, but they are not true usually. Okay. So let's read and listen.
6 myths about diabetes. Myth number 1. Diabetes is caused by eating too much sugar. Type 1 diabetes occurs when cells in the pancreas stop making a hormone called insulin. Insulin moves glucose, sugar, into the cells and out of the bloodstream. Health experts do not know the cause of type 1 diabetes. High sugar intake can cause weight gain, which is a risk factor for type 2 diabetes and gestational diabetes, though it is not the direct cause. Myth number 2. Diabetics are born with the disease. It is rare for newborns to be diagnosed with diabetes, though infants of diabetic mothers often have a high birth rate. Type 1 diabetes typically develops in children and teens, but it can also develop in adults. Type 2 diabetes has genetic links as well as links to lifestyle and diet. The average age of diagnosis for type 2 diabetes in the US is 54. Myth number 3. Only overweight people develop diabetes.